Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Pearls of Wisdom. I am your host, Dr. George Xavier Love of the Blue Dragon Qigong Academy. And I'm here to share some pearls of wisdom with you. You may have heard of something called biohacking. Biohacking got started many years ago by a guy by the name of Dave Asprey. You may have heard of him through Bulletproof Coffee. So I was so excited to hear about this Bulletproof Coffee. I studied biohacking from his website, and there were 16 different areas of biohacking. And of the 16 different areas, 14 of the 16 I was already including in my private acupuncture and Chinese medicine practice. So I decided that I was going to share all of my biohacks, which I changed the name to Pearls of Wisdom. And I changed the name because I'm not the only one who teaches wisdom. There are plenty of other wisdom teachers. So this is the first of many podcasts. Now, you might have heard my previous podcast called Ask Dr. Love, in which I presented a subject, and then we would talk about how to resolve that particular subject. Now, everyone that I know is a do-it-yourselfer. So everybody wants to detox. Everybody wants to lose weight. So there's all these different detox programs and weight loss programs, and everybody wants to do it yourself. But after 40 years of teaching, I've come up with the Grandmaster Cleanse, which is a seasonal detox. And in another podcast, we'll just go over what a seasonal detox is. Then everybody wants to do acupressure. Everybody wants to find the point that will fix their headaches, their toothache, their back pain, their insomnia, what have you. And as a licensed acupuncture physician in the state of Florida since 1986, I have created my own system of acupressure, which I call meridian vibration therapy. And we'll do another podcast just on that. Another area of expertise is medical Qigong. A lot of you already know me on YouTube as the Blue Dragon. I'm the Grandmaster of the Blue Dragon system, which dates back to the 1700s in China. So I have something called Qi dance, and there's 9 different dances and 5 variations of each dance, which is your introduction to medical Qigong. Then we have Qi fitness, where we learn how to build muscle with never using more than 5 pounds of weight. So of course we use body weight and 5 pounds, up to 5 pounds of weight to strengthen your muscles, your bones, your tendons, and your joints. The next area of expertise is meditation. Now, there's hundreds of meditation teachers on YouTube and wherever. So the issue is, unless posture and breathing and visualization is part of your meditation, you're never going to be good at it. You'll never be consistent with it. And I have 8 different ways of doing meditation. So one of these 8 ways that I'm going to teach you is going to help you become a very good meditator. Another area of expertise is sleep. Now, we all know that we have to go to sleep because we know the body rejuvenates itself, regenerates itself, refreshes itself while we sleep. And yet 50% of Americans have trouble sleeping. Wow, that's a huge number of people. And they suspect 50% of all car accidents are from people falling asleep while they're driving. Wow. not good. Now, I teach all the steps of falling asleep from alpha to theta to delta to deep delta and then back to alpha. And so I teach sleep meditation, how you can meditate while you're falling asleep. And then when you're in theta wave, that's when you can actually change behaviors. So that's an area. The next area is sexual energy expression, how you express your sexual energy, and sexual stamina. And that's what we include in Taoist Tantra and Buddhist Tantra, not to be confused with American Tantra or Hindu Tantra, but then there'll be another podcast just on that. The next area is food and nutrition, which we call food therapy, because it's based upon understanding of an underlying condition of hot and damp, cold and damp, hot and dry, cold and dry inside your body. And then once you understand what that underlying condition is, you can use foods, you can use culinary herbs, or you can use medicinal herbs, or you can use teas to balance that internal condition. That's what we call food therapy. Then we learn how to do food, raw food preparation and cooking without oil, without salt, without sugar. Whoa, that's a lot of information. And there'll be a separate podcast just on that. Now, we have a series of events coming up periodically every 6-8 weeks called the Pearls of Wisdom event, in which I showcase other teachers. And one of the first teachers we're going to cover is a woman by the name of Oshun Marcella, who her business is called Oshun Movement. And Oshun started out as a fitness teacher, and then she became a chef. So stay tuned for that episode. So I want to wrap all this up by saying we have an event coming up next weekend. So stay tuned. I'm your host, Dr. George Xavier Love, for Pearls of Wisdom. Until next time, be healthy and be happy.
Because you guys can feed off of each other's energy, and I want you to be very